Kia ora everyone. Just want to get on here and share a little thought that I had. Sometimes I'll record my podcast and then like a few things come to my mind as soon as I finish recording. I'm just like, it's too late now. I've already done it. That's it, sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, my last podcast episode, 28, was about mindset, and I share 3 principles that David Goggins talks about in his book Can't Hurt Me. One of those principles was the accountability mirror, and the accountability mirror is when you kind of, go face to face with yourself in front of the mirror, and you're owning your weaknesses. You're being aware of some of the things you need to do better at. Example he uses is his self-image or his body. And, he says, if you stand in front of the mirror and you think you look fat, then you're fat, and just kind of own it and say that. And it's just having a real honest conversation. Obviously, I didn't say that in my podcast. It was a little bit touchy there, but I was just kind of thinking about it a little bit more. We all have this kind of ideal image of how we want to look. And, I know just, little example between me and my wife, sometimes I'll be like, a little bit down with some of the food that I ate, or, jiggling my belly fat in front of the mirror and saying, damn, do you think I'm fat? That sort of talk. But I don't, and she kind of like laughs at me. It's like, man, you're too hard on yourself and all of that. But it's because I've set sort of my own expectations to a level, and nobody else can really understand how I want to look except for myself. And, it's, man, I don't know if I can articulate what I'm trying to think, what I'm really thinking, but when you're trying to build a bit of self-confidence, and that self-love, that self-love, it's more interior, I feel, than exterior. But then when you work on your exterior, it can kind of help, it kind of trickles through to the inside and builds up your self-esteem in a way, if that makes sense. And so when we're kind of face to face working on our body, and if I go to my wife and I ask her, do you think I'm fat? I don't need a validation, or I don't need a second opinion. The fact that I'm asking her, if you think I'm fat, I already know in my mind that I think I'm fat, so I need to do something about it. And that really is unlocking the truth. And it goes vice versa as well. I might come home after a mean gym session and I'm feeling good. I might see like a shade of abs. I'll be like feeling good. I was like, babe, can you see that I am looking good? Do I look good to you? And that sort of thing. I don't need to ask her if she thinks I'm looking good. I already, know in my mind that I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And so you kind of can unlock the truth by how you go about seeking validation from, your partner or your loved one. It was just a little thought that I had. It was a bit weird, but just, it's tricky to unlock the truth or have an open conversation with yourself and being accountable and being aware. But I think these little thoughts or these little things that we do subconsciously kind of can give us the truth, if that makes sense. And, self-love, and, it might contradict, when you're face to face with a mirror and you say you're fat. I think self-love starts from the inside. And if you're at a level on the inside and you're fully comfortable with your body, even though somebody else might think you're fat, but you think you look good, you're already there. You've already got to that level. That's your own mindset towards how you want your body to look is already there. So it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And I think I'm just trying to communicate the best way I can, but just a little thought that I had about kind of unlocking the truth, a little bit about self-confidence, self-love, kind of how they all interconnect. Anyway, I hope there was a little bit of wisdom in that kōrero, but that's it. Have an awesome weekend. Get it.